We're back, another beautiful day that Hashem has blessed us with. Beautiful weather, good health, our favorite videographer, my favorite rabbi, and for every one of you, here's the rabbi.
Hello everybody, this week we are going to be reading Parashat Ki Tisa. Parashat Ki Tisa, it's jam-packed with a lot of action and if we read the parasha itself, you will know that there's a lot of intrigue, and after this is the golden calf and so on. But the parasha begins with Ki Tisa et rosh bnei Yisrael lifkudehem ונתנו ישקוף נפשו לשם בפקודותם. And what it speaks about that when you are going to count the people of Israel, don't count them in person, but simply ask from them machatzit shekel, half of a shekel, and you count the shekel, and that will be as a contribution so that they can build the sockets out of them, and also for the korbanot, for the daily sacrifices, and also for bedek habayit, the repair of the sanctuary. So this is what constantly in the Bet HaMikdash later on, in the first Bet HaMikdash and the second one. That the interesting that when the Torah said, Ze yitenu, this is what they should give. As always, our rabbis try to understand what does it mean when the Torah said this, what's happening in there. So Rashi brings and he says that actually God showed Moshe, a fiery coin of machatzit shekel. That's what he says. And therefore he said, this is what you are going to ask everybody to give. And whether if he's a rich person or a poor person, all they are going to give only half a shekel, and you count the shekalim. Now the question is that Rashi is abbreviating the Midrash, because the Midrash is before that, a prelude is that it says that Moshe Rabbeinu could not fathom, could not understand how this machatzit shekel is the coin of machatzit shekel. Therefore God, in a vision, showed him a fiery half a shekel. And then he proceeded with that. Now the question is, the same thing happened when he was supposed to build the menorah. The menorah, they have got all kind of shapes. If you look it up, what they have in the Roman Arc of the Triumph, in there when they are taking the menorah, you see one shape. Then there is a shape that it is, completely like a triangle, and so on. They're all kind. But what happened is there, the Torah says, this is how the menorah is going to be. Why? He said that Moshe Rabbeinu could not understand how to fashion the menorah. So God had to, in a vision, a fiery menorah that he showed him, and then he realized it. Now we can understand the menorah. Why? Because the menorah has got a lot of shapes, a lot of measurement and so on, and you could have difficulty. So that's why God showed him. The same thing when the Torah said there are certain reptiles that were not allowed to eat. He didn't know what kind of reptile. God had to show him the kind of reptile. But half a shekel that he should not fathom and understand of a shekel. What is the problem with that? So some of the commentators tell us that the problem that Moshe had with God, that God had to show him a fiery half a shekel, is that he could not understand the concept how a half a shekel is lechaper, is going to expiate for the sins of the Jewish people. How with money you are going to expiate when money really is the root of most of the evil. With money, that's what happened. So when you give money, that going to expiate, and that's how you're going to get near to God. That's what he could not fathom and could not understand. God showed him a fiery a half a shekel of fire. Why? What God wanted to tell him, look at the fire. You know, you would say the fire will burn everything. The fire is the destroyer. But can you imagine fire is for heat? You can cook with the fire. You can bake with fire. You can do so many wonderful things with the fire. Not only that, the sun. Without the sun, we wouldn't be able to exist. So you see, there are certain things, it depends how you employ it. And it's important to know that the same thing with money. Money is the root of most of the evil. But when you take the money and you donate with your heart, look what it does. It sometimes can really cure a person. It can do so many wonderful things with your charity and so on. And that's what God wanted to show him. That's why he showed him the fire. It's simply to understand from the fire the same thing with the money. Shabbat Shalom.